Hello, so today's discussion is about cheating and what you can do to prevent your man from cheating. So today, what's important to understand is that men don't cheat because of the appendage between their legs. Men cheat because they make a decision to do so. And you know what, girlfriend? That is empowering to know, because that means if it's a decision, that means we can help find out the motivation behind that decision. So I'm here to reassure you and to give you an idea of why I believe that any woman can prevent their man from cheating ever. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so first up, I want to dispel the myth that it's about how much, or as popularised, how little sex you actually have. Because you know what, this is really hard to quantify. What one person thinks is too much or too little sex is different for the next couple. So I want to dispel this myth because, deep breath here, some men can actually be given too much sex and they'll still go cheat. What? Say again? What? Yes, I'm going to say it again. Some men can be given too much sex and they'll go and cheat anyway. Okay, let me break this down as to why that is. I want to talk about, now, in Intimacy Profile, I believe that there are 10 profiles of intimate motivations here. Now, the intimate motivations, the actual intimate profiles, the 10 profiles, are not to be confused with personality tests like Myers-Briggs and things like that, okay? This is all about his intimate motivation or his intimate strategy, okay? Because we all have strategies for everything we do in life. Everything from wealth creation to actually how we buy things, to love, to everything you can imagine has a strategy, okay? So I just wanted to make a point of that. Okay, so let's talk about, now, one of the profiles that I've identified is called the Wimpy Kid. Now, for him, the Wimpy Kid, in his relationship, he feels emasculated. So when the Wimpy Kid is given sex, he actually, he'll have sex, but he'll just start to feel less of a man because of it. I know, weird, right? Yeah. But I'm here to say that actually, now, the Wimpy Kid actually is a really loyal profile type. He is so loyal and he has to be at his absolute wit's end to actually go and cheat. He is so loyal to his woman, so he has to be really at the extreme end of it all and just over it, right? Now, the Wimpy Kid, yeah, he feels emasculated. He feels that he's not on an equal footing with you. He doesn't necessarily want to dominate you. He doesn't want to play games with you. He is craving to be equal with you. Now, no man or woman for that matter dreams of the day that they're going to be screaming at each other and at loggerheads and hating on each other. No man wants that. Every woman, of course, they go into a relationship wanting love and companionship and as men, a really good sex life, as well as women want that as well, and passion and closeness and connectiveness. So the Wimpy Kid is it's not saying he's not in love with his partner anymore. It's got nothing to do with that. Over time, he just feels emasculated, okay? So with the Wimpy Kid, he'll be at absolute extreme end of his wick before he actually goes and cheats, okay? And he'll cheat because he wants to feel like a man again, okay? Now, so giving him sex is not going to actually, funny enough, make him feel like a man, because he feels like he's given it, okay? And that's one of the 10 profiles, okay? That's just an example, okay? So that now leads us into It's not about the type of sex you have. Say again. It's not about the type of sex you have. As in, what are you telling me, Gwyneth? You mean to say, girlfriend, that I have read the entire Kama Sutra? I have bought out every last toy and outfit at Sexyland, and you're telling me that that's still not going to be enough? Damn you, Gwyneth. That means to say that I've done all this for nothing and that he could still cheat because even though I've fulfilled every last sexual whim and that, yep, I hate to break it to you, but that still isn't enough. In fact, for one of the profile types, that is downright dangerous. Girlfriend, I want to introduce you to the world of the Conqueror. And yes, if that name sounds scary enough, it truly is. Because with the Conqueror, you will ultimately end up feeling like you have been played. Yes, let me discuss the lovely profile of the Conqueror. For some men, okay, particularly him, you could give him all the kinky sex he ever wants, right? And for him, he's actually testing you and your boundaries to see how far you'll go. It's actually a game for him. And his core motivation, his core intimate motivation that is in the game itself. So he'll push every last button and get every last bit of kinky sex he can out of you. And then once he's done with that, he'll move on. He'll cheat. I'm not kidding. Yes, these guys exist. And it's interesting because there's actually a correlation between him and the nonconformist. So it's like, what? Gwyneth, there's another complexity to this? You so-and-so? I thought you were here to empower me. God damn you, Gwyneth. Okay, let me talk about that for a second. You think you're flying along and wow, ticking all the boxes, yeah, rocking sex life. I feel connected to this person. Now, just for a second, I want to talk about the nonconformist, because the nonconformist is actually really happy within himself. He's like the way-seer of the intimate world. He is comfortable within himself. He knows who he is, and he wants his woman to be like his little mini tribe, and he is so loyal and so devoted and so open and honest and carefree and at peace with himself. He's like the rebel, okay? He's actually kind of really cool profile to be with. And the nonconformist is so comfortable sharing with you all of the intimate and juicy details of all the wonderful things that you two are going to get up to. Now, the difference between the nonconformist and the conqueror is that the conqueror's coming from a core motivation of the game is his intimate strategy. He gets more satisfaction out of the game than I know, weird, right? Than the actual sex. For the nonconformist, he enjoys the adventure and the fun, and actually he'll stay really loyal to his partner, and he's actually least likely to cheat because he's getting all his fulfillment out of his partner, and he can care and share till the cows come home, right? So again, it all comes down, and this is hard to you've got to get into the mindset and the strategy and the core motivation, the mental as it is. And it's just like, okay, Gwyneth, I know you want me to buy your intimacy profiling subject. Now, a warning, I'm not putting any subliminal messages in this video, okay? Sure, if you buy my product at the end or down in the future, in a year down the track, fantastic, welcome aboard. But I'm actually here to tell you about my philosophies on why men cheat or do not cheat. Okay, so I'm just pointing out the strategies of these men. So yeah, the conqueror is, and he'll put on a good show. Like, he knows how to woo, he knows how to charm, he's got charisma, he knows how to play the game. He really knows how to play the game. And at the end, many of my clients and women that I've spoken to, they know in the end. It's funny because during the whole relationship, they don't really feel like they're getting played. They feel like they're going along for this amazing adventure. And at the end they go, what, Gwyneth, I thought everything was fantastic. The sex was great. We communicated great. And then bam, all of a sudden gone. What the hell? You know, and it is devastating, actually, when you've been played by this guy. He actually gets off on playing the game. That's his strategy. And as horrible as it sounds, the game itself is his stimulation, as it were, more than the actual sex. So yeah, that's another reason why he could cheat, believe it or not. Okay, so girlfriend, you can put the Kama Sutra away if you really want to. Okay, so next we're going to talk about